Welcome back, race fans, to the Funkhouser Diecast Racing League as the lights are back on here at the old Yadkin Valley Speedway as we are proud to bring you round one, group two of the Midnight Club, brought to you by Merch by Meekin.
More like the Midnight Club that was stolen from the Cousin Ricky order.
Ricky, how many times do I have to explain this to you? You don't have a contract, so therefore you don't have an event. And before you get any bright ideas, just remember what happened to the last two drivers who ran down here with your permission.
Ah, come on, you're just jealous because Cousin Ricky put on a better show than you did.
Ah, geez, well, before your head gets any bigger, let's get down to these driver introductions for round one, group two of Team Tuner. Starting us off in that first place spot, we're driving a 2001 Honda Civic Si, weighing in at 58.2 grams. For Chase Family Racing, it's End Count. Up next, driving a 2017 Audi RS6 Avant, weighing in at 59.3 grams. For H2O, it's that Water Boy.
That's high quality H2O.
Up next in the third place spot, driving a 2003 Nissan 350Z, weighing in at 60 grams. For Polk County Diecast, it's Iceman. And finally, driving a 1995 Volkswagen Jetta MK3, weighing in at 59.9 grams. For White Knuckle Motoring Speed Shop, it's Crazy Canuck. Looks like it's going to be Team Japan taking on Team Germany in this Team Tuner Showdown.
Oh, so you mean to tell me we have Team Germany and Team Japan going up against each other to later take on Team America? What could go wrong there?
Oh, come on, Ricky, seriously?
Lap one's underway.
Well, if you're quite done with your history lesson, we have a race to get down to, as there you see End Count with a nice lead over the other drivers. Iceman right there on his tail as they go down in the turn two and through the chicane. Oh, End Count gets a little loose, but he's able to re-straighten it back out. Oh, now Iceman and Waterboy are loose. As they come down to the final stretch, it's going to be End Count coming in first, followed by Iceman, then it's Waterboy and Crazy Canuck bringing up the rear.
Well, unless my eyes are deceiving me, it looks like Waterboy came across the line backwards. Guess we need to check out that replay and see exactly what just happened.
Right you are, Ricky. As we check out that track time put down by End Count, let's check out the Merch by Meekin replay camera, as there you saw Iceman just on End Count's bumper as they going through the chicane. Before going in the turn three, End Count gets a little bit loose, but he's able to hang on to it. However, as they come out of the chicane, Iceman gets loose, as well as Waterboy getting loose. And then you see Crazy Canuck going down in the turn four. He tries his best to make a pass over top of Waterboy, but he's unable to do so. As you watch, there you see Waterboy get spun around by Crazy Canuck as they come down to the line, and Waterboy is able to hang on to it for that third place spot.
Well, while the Oktoberfest boys are fighting for that third place spot, looks like the Japanese cars were able to pull away, as there you see End Count sitting on top of the wall with 5 points, followed by Iceman with 4. In third place spot, it's going to be that Waterboy and Crazy Canuck sitting at the bottom of the scoreboard.
Well, those German cars have 3 races left to get up to the top of the scoreboard, as they're at the front of the pack for as we start the second race.
Woo, and talking about taking off out of the starting gate, the Audi is just leaving the other drivers behind.
The Audi is just pulling away and not looking back as the other drivers are fighting for second place behind him.
Oh, contact between Crazy Canuck and End Count.
Oh, Iceman is now in the mix. Oh, he's in trouble as they come down to the final stretch. It's going to be that Waterboy coming in first, followed by End Count in second, and it's going to be Crazy Canuck coming across the line in third.
Iceman tried to make some cool moves down there in turn 3, but unfortunately it looks like he just ended up getting burned.
We can always leave it up to you, Ricky, to make a bad pun, as the Iceman is being checked out by the emergency crews down there at the exit of turn 3. Let's go back and watch the Merch by Meekin replay camera and see exactly what just happened.
As they go down in the turn 2, there you see Waterboy with a commanding lead as they go down to the chicane.
Well, keep your eyes on the battle for second place behind him as they come out of the chicane. End Count tries to move up in front of Crazy Canuck, but Crazy Canuck is still there. Iceman moves down and he slams into the back of End Count and tries to make a pass on Crazy Canuck.
Unfortunately for Iceman, Crazy Canuck ain't gonna give up that spot so easy, as he is used to dealing with the ice. As there you see down in the turn 3, Crazy Canuck ends up slamming Iceman right into the tire pit as he ends up riding the wall and then rolling over onto his roof.
Oh, great. Now I see you've graduated to making bad puns about Canadians and cold weather.
Well, that's definitely more jokes where that came from. I'll be here all week, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to tip your waitress.
No, geez. Anyways, let's take a look at the scoreboard. As there you see End Count sitting on top of the board with 9 points, with that Waterboy just behind him with 8. In third place spot, it's going to be Crazy Canuck, followed by Iceman, as we are down to race 3. As they head down the backstretch going into turn 1, they are neck and neck between Crazy Canuck and Iceman. As they go through the S-turns, Iceman just takes off as he heads down the turn 2 all alone.
He must have some knots in that car because he is
Oh,
gone.
trouble. Iceman gets loose as the other car is now caught up to him.
Crazy Canuck's right there on his tail.
Oh, more contact behind him as they come down to the line. It's going to be Iceman, followed by Crazy Canuck, and it looks like Endcount and that water boy have gotten tangled up.
Well, that's unfortunate and a little embarrassing. Of course, I wouldn't worry too much about it, 'cause I didn't do it.
Yeah, Ricky, there's nothing like your bad jokes to be the worst salt in the wound. Anyways, let's go back and check out the replay camera, as there you see Iceman with a commanding lead as a battle for second takes place behind him in the chicane. As we go down back to the turn 3, there you see Iceman gets a little bit loose as he almost loses complete control of his car. Just as he comes out of the turn, he's able to save it, but the other drivers are right there on his tail.
Now keep your eyes on Crazy Canuck as they go down the turn 4 as he tries to go high, but Iceman puts a blocking maneuver on him.
Endcount saw that as his opportunity to make a pass underneath Crazy Canuck, but unfortunately he gets loose as there you see that water boy slams right into Endcount as those two get tangled up just before coming down to the line.
And to make matters even worse, that's 2 DNFs for our top 2 drivers.
Right, you are, Ricky, and as we look at the leaderboard, we now have a tie for first place, not between 2 drivers, but 3 drivers, as Endcount, Iceman, and Crazy Canuck are all tied with 9 points as we are down to the final race. It's time for race 4.
Whew, hope you have your popcorn, because this is getting good.
As they drive down in the turn 1, Iceman has a nice lead as he's starting to pull away from the other drivers down in the turn 2.
Waterboy's right there on Endcount's tail as they go down through the chicane.
Wow, and Endcount just launched out of the chicane. He's trying his best to catch up to Iceman, but Iceman's not going to have any of it, as he's going to come across the line in first, followed by Endcount in second. This will be Crazy Nuck and that Waterboy bringing up the rear.
Whew, Iceman making a big statement, going from a DNF to making 2 wins in a row.
And those 2 wins were huge from him as we go back and see how he did it here at the Merch by Meekin replay camera.
Iceman must have had the AC blasting because he was nice and cool as he came out of the chicane this time, down in that turn 3 with no problems whatsoever.
Endcount had his eyes set on Iceman as he launched coming out of the chicane. However, when he came out of turn 3, his car got a little bit loose, and this allowed Iceman to just continue on as he's able to come across that line and take that win.
And that's going to do it for round 1, Group 1 of Team Tuner as we check out that leaderboard.
In 4th place with a total of 10 points, it's that Waterboy. In 3rd place with a total of 12 points, it's Crazy Canuck. In 2nd place with a total of 13 points, it's Endcount. And the winner of this event with a total of 14 points, it's Iceman.
Don't go anywhere, race fans. Team Muscle's coming up in just a minute.
The following announcement has been brought to you by the Cousin Ricky Order.
That's right, Cousin Ricky fans. You've been asking, and here they are. It's the all-new line of Cousin Ricky t-shirts, straight from Merch by Meekin. And to go along with every single t-shirt sale, you also get the brand new CRO Cousin Ricky Order stickers. And speaking of Cousin Ricky Order shirts, they're available in multiple sizes, so be sure to go to merchbymeekin.com and order yours today. Oh, and just like how I've hijacked Funkhouser's channel, I've also hijacked the prices on his merchandise, as all shirts are now on sale for $19.99. So be sure to go to merchbymeekin.com on Facebook or call and order yours today when I still have control.
The preceding announcement has been brought to you by the Cousin Ricky Order.
Welcome back, race fans, to the Funkhouser Diecast Race League, as we are proud to bring you the second half of Round 1, Group 2 of the Midnight Club Tournament, sponsored by Merch by Meekin. You've waited long enough, so let's get down to these driver introductions for Team Muscle. Starting on the pole, driving a 2007 Ford Mustang Shelby GT350, weighing in at 58.9 grams. For Farrell Mods, it's Farrell Patrick. Starting second, driving a 1967 Chevy Camaro RS, weighing in at 59.8 grams. For Dog Squad Racing, it's J-Bo. Starting third, driving a 2007 Dodge Charger, weighing in at 59.75 grams. For Numbskull Racing, it's Numbskull. And finally, driving in a 1971 AMC Javelin, weighing in at 59.1 grams. For Dubious Diecast, it's Mr. Dark.
That's what I'm talking about. This is what we know all you race fans have come here to see. The big Detroit muscles going head to head.
Well, this is definitely going to be an interesting one, as we have 2 modern muscles taking on 2 classics, as we are set and ready for race 1, which is now underway. Out the gate for the first time, heading down in the turn 1. They're neck and neck, but Farrell Patrick just pulls away as he is starting to take off.
Looks like someone slapped that pony, but here comes J-Bo right behind him.
J-Bo definitely got a good run, but does not look like it's going to be enough as Farrell Patrick is continuing to pull away down the turn 4. He gets turned sideways. He gets slammed by J-Bo, and J-Bo comes across the line in first.
Woo, that's what I'm talking about, Team Chevy. Show that Ford who's boss.
Wow, we are just one race in, and the excitement level has already been cranked up to 10.
Now let's go back and watch this Merch by Meekin replay camera as here you see Farrell Patrick has it all alone as he comes out of the chicane.
J-Bo got a nice run coming out of the chicane as he is straight as an arrow heading down in the turn 3. Farrell Patrick goes a little bit high, but he's able to correct it coming out as they head down the super stretch going down in the turn 4.
Of course, Mustangs are going to do what Mustangs are going to do as here you see Farrell Patrick comes out of turn 4 and he just overcorrects it and he just spins around.
Meanwhile, J-Bo comes out of turn 4 with nowhere to go. He slams right into the back of Farrell Patrick as they come down to the line, and he just barely beats Farrell Patrick for that first place spot.
I tell you what, to keep the excitement level this high, I'll be out of breath before race 3.
Well, I can tell you there'd be a lot of fans out there who actually appreciate not hearing your voice.
Yeah, right. Cousin Ricky brings everybody to the channel.
Well, speaking of bringing to the channel, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, hit that like and subscribe button so we can bring you more exciting racing action as we are set and ready for race 2.
Talk about an opportune moment for a plug.
Hey, gotta get those viewers somehow, but hey, let's take a look at J-Bo, who has just taken off, as there you see Farrell Patrick right behind him as they go down the turn 2.
And as they come out of the chicane, Farrell Patrick's right there on J-Bo's bumper.
They're bump jumping into turn 3, heading down the super stretch. Down on the final turn, it's gonna be J-Bo coming across the line at first, followed by Farrell Patrick. Then it's Mr. Dark and Numbskull bringing up the rear.
Farrell Patrick is out there trying to use that chrome horn to push J-Bo out of the way, but J-Bo's able to hold him off and put down a 17.822 track time.
Well, let's now go back and check out the Merch by Meekin replay camera as here you see Farrell Patrick just slowly gaining up on J-Bo. As they come out of the chicane, he gets a nice run, gets right up on the top of the J-Bo's rear bumper as they go down in the turn 3. J-Bo is being pushed now by Farrell Patrick as they go down the super stretch as Farrell Patrick tried his best to make a move, but J-Bo was able to hold him off as Farrell Patrick goes high in the turn 4. As they go down the super stretch, Farrell Patrick tries one more time as he gives J-Bo a push, but J-Bo is able to hold him off as they come across the line and he gets that first place win.
And as we tally up the points for the first 2 races, there you see J-Bo sitting on top of the scoreboard with 10 points, followed by Farrell Patrick with 8.
And just behind them, we have a tie for the 3rd place spot between Mr. Dark and Numbskull as they are both even with 5 points.
And would you look at that? They're both sitting at the front of the pack as it's time for race 3.
Out of the starting zone and down the backstretch into turn 1, it's neck and neck between Numbskull and Mr. Dark. But Mr. Dark gets a slight advantage as he's getting a push by J-Bo.
Don't speak too soon. Here comes Numbskull.
As they go through the chicane, they're all back together as they're door to door heading down in the turn 3.
Oh, heavy contact between J-Bo and Farrell Patrick.
Numbskull gives Dark a push. He slams J-Bo into the wall as Mr. Dark starts to come across the line in first.
Woo! Farrell Patrick almost ran down Mr. Dark, but Dark was able to hang on for that win.
Of course, while we're here bathing in the excitement, there you see J-Bo sitting upside down being checked out by the emergency crews in the middle of turn 4. Let's check out that replay as here you see Mr. Dark would leave, but Numbskull gets a great run coming out of turn 2 as all the cars are together coming out of the chicane. Keep your eyes on J-Bo as he slams Farrell Patrick right into the wall going into turn 3, but Farrell Patrick was able to hang on to it.
As the cars come out of turn 3, here you see Mr. Dark gets a little bit loose as here comes Numbskull giving him a big shove.
J-Bo sees this as his opportunity to make a move, but Numbskull slams the door on him while slamming him into the inside wall, causing him to turn over. Watching this one more time, there you see J-Bo making contact with Farrell Patrick, pushing him up into the wall. As you see him following right behind Numbskull, Numbskull gives Mr. Dark a shove. J-Bo tries to make a move along the inside. Numbskull slams him into the inside wall as Farrell Patrick makes a move along the outside.
Now Farrell Patrick has his eyes set on Mr. Dark, but Mr. Dark is able to hold him off and take that first place win.
Well, he may not have a win, but Farrell Patrick's consistency has got him sitting on top of the scoreboard with 12 points. In second place, we have a tie with 10 points between J-Bo and Mr. Dark. And then you see Numbskull sitting in a 3rd place spot with 8 points, as it's still anyone's competition to move on to round 2 as we are set for race 4. Here they go for the final time down the turn 1, and it's Numbskull with a nice lead over the others.
Come on, Numbskull, kick it into high gear.
Here comes that Mustang of Farrell Patrick challenging for the lead as they go down the chicane.
Oh, Numbskull and J-Bo door to door.
And they make contact going into turn 3.
And that's exactly what Farrell Patrick wanted to see, as now he's going to pull away.
Trouble, huge trouble coming out of turn 4 as J-Bo hits the tire barrier and his car comes to a stop.
Farrell Patrick finally gets his much-deserved win, followed by Numbskull in second, and then Mr. Dark coming in 3rd.
A much-deserved win by Farrell Patrick indeed, as there we check in on J-Bo, who is sitting just outside of the pit walls down here on the final stretch. Let's go back and check out the Merch by Meekin replay camera on that hard hit he took.
As we watch the pack come out of the chicane, here you see Numbskull and J-Bo once again tied up as they go down to the turn 3.
Numbskull must have some kind of grudge against J-Bo, because that's the second race in a row where he has put J-Bo into the wall.
Meanwhile, Farrell Patrick's watching all this action taking place in his rearview mirror as he's going down to the turn 4.
However, J-Bo and Numbskull are not done yet, as J-Bo tries one more time to get underneath Numbskull, but Numbskull pushes him down and slams him right into the tire barrier at the entrance of pit road.
Jeez, that's so hard to watch. Let's see it again.
As you watch the cars come out of turn 4, there you see J-Bo trying his best to get underneath Numbskull, but Numbskull just pushes him down and slams him right into that tire barrier. There you see Mr. Dark just barely squeaks by him and is able to come across that line and get that third place finish for those much needed points to move on.
And speaking of points to move on, let's check out that final leaderboard.
Coming in fourth with 2 unfortunate DNFs, it's going to be J-Bo with 10 points. In third place with a total of 12 points, it's Numbskull. In second place with a total of 13 points, it's Mr. Dark. And the winner of this event with a total of 17 points, it's Farrell Patrick. Well, Ace fans, that's going to do it for us here for round 1, group 2 of the Midnight Club Tournament, sponsored by Merch by Meekin. If you like the racing action you've seen here today, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell. If you didn't like the action you've seen today, we appreciate you sticking with us this long.
Ah, who we kidding? You know you love the action, so be sure to hit that subscribe button.
Well, as always, before we go, we want to give that big shout out and thank you to our sponsor, Merch by Meekin, who has provided the amazing racing signage you have seen all around the track. Merch by Meekin is your headquarters for all your custom metal die-cast signs and much more. Don't forget about their personal gift ideas too. Merch by Meekin. Gotta love those signs.
As always, we're going to give our big shout out and thank you to all the members of the Funkhouser fan club. We appreciate all your contributions to help our channel grow. We'll see you next time.
This has been a presentation of the Funkhouser Diecast Racing League.